Because Caritas has been around for 75 years, we get the pleasure, or I get the pleasure of meeting people who have experienced the agency in a very personal way. We have had board members who have adopted foster children. We have board members that have been adopted themselves. We have employees that have been adopted through us and have gone on to live amazing lives and have been an integral part of who Caritas is.
I was adopted through Caritas Family Solutions. It was private adoption. My parents raised me knowing I was adopted. It's just who I was. They raised me knowing that my mom made one of the most selfless decisions and one of the most difficult decisions that she could so that I could have the best life possible. I always wanted to go into a field where I worked with people. And so when I graduated, I started with foster care. I just fell in love with it. The connections you make with the families along the way, I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
The 75th anniversary year means so much in a variety of ways. It just speaks to our history of caring for people all across Southern Illinois and in all our communities. It means that we have people that are spread throughout our communities that have been impacted in such positive ways over the years for all sorts of things that really changed the trajectory of their life.
Caritas comes into families' most vulnerable moments. I mean, a family has been taken apart and the work of putting them back together, but the whole idea of putting them back together stronger, healthier, so that they can continue to be successful without us, I think is just so important.
Caritas is the second largest foster care provider in the state of Illinois and covers the majority of Southern Illinois. And they have done such a phenomenal job of finding permanency. And for permanency, it sounds like a clinical term, but really it's a child has a home. A child has a home that they can go to and they are consistently there. They're not moving around from place to place.
We started as a faith-based organization in 1947 and have grown throughout those years from pretty much humble beginnings, but with a vision towards helping individuals and families and those in need, those that are vulnerable. And over the decades, really, we have grown and changed and evolved over the years in ways that only keep on improving our outreach to those in need and trying to make a difference in the lives of many people. I think that in our society that the needs are ever present and some of them are really hard. And just because they're hard doesn't mean we can't fix them.
Caritas is uniquely positioned to have a tremendous impact across the state. We have a voice and we have this opportunity to really change systems.
Because we've become experts in the field, we are sought out by government and by other organizations to help farm policy, help farm practice, help inform how we do things, to have those greater impacts and to be a standard bearer in essence.
Caritas is always at the top, always leading in innovation, in outcomes, and when we say outcomes, it's not about checking a box, we did this, we got this. It's about changing people's lives.
The number of people at Caritas keep growing, but it's not just foster children. It's many elderly, it's people with intellectual disabilities, families that need assistance, it's people who need therapy, behavioral health services, it's seniors that need job training. If you add all that up, it's maybe 7,000 folks a year that we help, not in small ways, but in really life-changing ways that have really deep impact.
When families have no one that has believed in them for a really long time, to have that person in the corner and that you get to be that person for them, it is a motivating thing to keep doing this. I've had to help moms and families find housing, immediate housing. I've had to take a mom who left a domestically violent relationship to a hotel and get her settled for the night. You leave those situations kind of changed. They make an impact on you. And every time you do one of those things, it's just a reminder of how important this job is. It's just kind of unique to see where I'm at now. being adopted through the agency and then having all these roles, and then now as the training and development manager of foster care, I'm raising that new generation of case managers that are going to be working with families to get that support and to have the stories like I had.
It's hard work, there's no doubt about that. There's a need for a lot of resources. It's a constant effort to make sure that we have systems in place to make sure that there's safety among the clients we serve, that there's the outcomes that we want. And when you can do it successfully, there is a sense of pride in it, and it makes you feel good. I think there's no greater calling in life than to help people get a better life, and that's important.